Welcome to Eat Sleep Nerd, a podcast where you can check out, go AFK, and relax with us as we discuss all things nerd. Comic books, video games, movies, TV shows, and anything else that gets geeks more worked up than Ethan Hunt when he forgets his running sneakers.
What's up, and welcome to episode number 64. I am your dorky DJ, Corey Winter, and in this episode, we are going to talk about some random nerdy stuff, and maybe talk about some news. Joining me, as always, is my nerdy brother, Josh Winter, our geeky friends, Jason Summer, Christian James, and special nerdy guest, Andrew Weiss. Woo!
Hello.
I almost forgot your name.
Andrew. Welcome to the dungeon.
Yes.
I'm excited.
I love that we're so far into this podcast. We're just bringing on some nerdy friends to come hang out with us every once in a while. It's nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like this.
Yeah, sometimes you just show up. And we'll show out.
So,
All right, Bruno.
We're not picky about who either. Like, we just find people in the field. And...
a field?
Yeah.
So, no, you had said, Corey, that you found Andrew in a parking lot by Gigaparts.
Uh-huh.
And so that made him
Seemed
in
kind of nerdy.
proximity
you were in
nerdy enough
proximity
to speak with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that's
Right?
a bad place to find somebody in a parking lot.
It's a nice parking lot.
Oh, fair enough.
No, but for real,
No? Oh, sorry.
our history actually is pretty nerdy. I knew him from his drumming days
Yeah.
at Sparkman High School, where I taught, which I still teach at. Back when he was still a student of mine, all those neons ago. He got that gold medal in 2016.
Yep.
Gold medal mindset.
Nice.
Yay.
Then he went to UNA, which
Uh-huh.
was all of our alma maters.
War lines.
Went on the snare line there, and now he's teaching at Sparkman alongside me. So
That's right.
What else do you do, nerdy?
What else do I do nerdy? That's a great. Well, by trade, I'm a software developer. So
That's pretty
nerdy.
Yeah.
That's pretty nerdy.
Yeah.
Next
Okay.
case.
All right, what's your favorite? What languages do you develop in?
So primarily now it's mostly C#, but I have experience in Python, and I do full stack, so SQL, all that jazz.
That sounds made up.
So, first off,
most of
No,
it is.
but it
made
is
up.
100% not.
I'm super well versed in giraffe, and
Dude, give it a
I'm not
couple
bad
years.
at B flat either.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yes,
Yeah, I've been trying to learn Jason.
Nice.
I do think about you every time someone mentions that language.
there's a
Thanks.
voice assistant interface called Joshua.
Uh-huh.
All my high end stuff uses it. So apparently it's out there and it's uppity. So I'm for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
That sounds appropriate.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of buildings in town with my name on it, so beat that.
That's
Oh.
true.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's true.
Watson.
Uh,
And they're all the first one. I don't get it.
They're all the first.
Every single one of them is the first one. I don't understand.
My name is just some kind of disease. Come to find out,
Dang,
it's some kind of synthesis. I don't know.
I feel like that's spot on.
wow. God, you're just a plague, Corey. You're just a plague on civilization.
That checks out. So
Yeah.
What?
But Andrew,
What?
what else does he do? What else? What other geeky qualifications does he have?
Geeky qualifications. Well,
Yes.
oh man, put on the spot. I
I
probably
know.
should have thought about these
Yeah,
details
it's-
about myself.
No,
But,
no,
I
no.
know
We
you're
like
s-
putting people on the spot.
you know,
No.
just being a band geek, that's kind of big part of it too. You know, software.
Mhm.
I guess also geography and earth science. So that's kind of nerdy as well.
Oh yeah,
GIS?
Yeah.
Your actual job
That's
is
right.
pretty freaking
Cool.
nerdy.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of my background. Other than that, just movies, TV shows, games, all that jazz.
So one of our classic questions: who was your favorite superhero or comic book character? In
Right.
general?
It's Spider-Man.
Nice.
But to be fair, I have a Spider-Man tattoo on my right thigh.
Did I know this?
I think
I think he may be trumping you right there, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay.
got you on that
Oh,
one.
dang.
Yeah. You haven't embedded Spider-Man permanently into your being.
Right.
it's the Spider-Man 2 logo, to be clear.
So
Wait,
the one.
which-
Tobey
which
Maguire.
wait,
Tobey
which-
Maguire.
which-
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. There's so many.
Get out of here, nerd.
So like
Which
the
Spider-Man? Which two? Yeah.
yeah to one up
Um,
them, you need to get like a realistic like tattoo of like Tobey Maguire on your back.
Well, Andrew.
With his collar popped.
Andrew's your Spider Man.
You could do like a whole mural. You could have Holland like in the tramp stamp area, and then you could have one shoulder blade as Maguire, and then Garfield
Or-
on the other.
I want to get.
Or you could do like a Mount Rushmore thing,
Oh,
Yeah.
but with the Spider-Man faces.
You could do
Yes,
all,
the
yeah,
actors.
all of them.
I want to figure out a tattoo where it's kind of like this Star Trek poster where the angle you're standing at changes the
Ah,
tattoo.
yes, a lenticular,
And just do the Tobey
Tattoo.
Maguire dance.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what you could do is you could do like one that's prevalent under normal light, but then you could have a black light version. When the black light hits it, it's a completely different one.
That checks out. Technically, that's a better idea than your lenticular.
I don't know at what point a black light would ever touch my being.
I mean, that's on you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, whenever you go to the club
just-
on the weekends.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're clubbing.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Also, I mean, I remember rooms from the 90s when they had the posters and the black lights where, it was all black light posters.
Josh was about some black lights for a while.
For like a
Remember that?
week.
Oh, yeah.
Leia.
Yeah.
He goes to
Leia.
It was like a week.
So, I'm going to interrupt your programming to bring you a special message from Eat Sleep Nerd. Click the freaking subscribe button. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that. So, yes,
It was good.
before you even get into the show, make sure you click that little subscribe button. If you're watching us over on YouTube, youtube.com/@EatSleepNerd. If you're not, because we just need some subscribers, click that little button. It's so freaking simple. Just a little button click. Right there. Sure. Right there.
Please.
Click some like buttons while you're at it. I'm realizing we need to do that call to action earlier in the episode, not the end. So,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, make sure you just.
Oh,
just do
all
it.
right. So we're changing up our marketing strategy.
Yes. Testing
Okay.
and changing. Whole thing.
Testing. Okay.
But
So share with your friends.
yeah, no,
And
that was
share
last
with
week's. That was last week's marketing strategy. This is.
You know what?
Corey's is earlier and it's more aggressive.
Yes,
Right.
in your face.
Do it.
Like and subscribe, or the terrorists win. No,
You don't know. That could be true. You don't know.
That's,
I mean,
some,
yeah,
that's some
sure.
good World War II marketing right there.
Yeah, we need you.
All right, this is going off rails. So, before we get into
never on
potentially a news segment, I want to talk about what we've been geeking out on this week. So, I'm not going to put the guest on the spotlight yet. So, I want to start with Jason. Jason, what have you been geeking out on this week? And I ask because I have a slideshow pulled up.
Oh wow. Okay. So yeah. So
First
these
off,
are
that is your
shots
best
from.
look.
Yeah,
Like
Right.
right there.
bring the make
Do that more often.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So
confused
these are
about
production shots from
Yeah.
the tragedy of Julius Caesar, put on by the Chicago Street Theater in Valparaiso, Indiana.
That dude.
And,
is not doing a sequel.
And basically, I got to play 4 different characters, and each costume that each set of dress that I'm in is a different character. This is the set that they did, by the way. It was
pretty cool.
in a subway, and so this is like the train platform. There's me playing an old guy.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it looked like
so-
Kingpin in this bit.
Yeah, right.
Right?
All right.
Just the Russian tracksuit mafia.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's so we had a lot of fun. We closed up the production this weekend. We did 3 performances, and the audiences really loved it, and it was a really wonderful cast.
This look
to
right
work
here
with
is
and
intimidating. Like you're
Yeah, I'm
holding,
1000%.
chains.
Yeah.
Like
He's just casually holding a chain.
Yeah, it's a weapon. And that's dead Caesar on the floor there, by the way.
spoilers.
Not going to be in Caesar 2.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So that's kind of what I focused on this weekend. It took up a lot of the weekend. I'm going to miss the people I worked with. I'm going to miss a production. It's always a little bittersweet and there's always a post-production depression that always lasts for about a week. So
Yeah.
definitely in
yes.
the thick of it right now.
The PPD.
I'll be okay.
Well, sorry for showing you the pictures.
No. It's great. No, it's great.
So when are we going to get you in Cats?
Do we want to see that? Does
Never.
anyone ever want to see Cats ever again?
I want to see Jason in Cats.
Specifically Jason.
So a couple of things about that.
He was in Cats.
I think the movie kind of ruined it for everybody.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Wholeheartedly ruined.
Only person who
Yeah.
survived that was T Swizzle.
Yeah, I was about to say even her fans didn't even say that movie.
No.
They-
Literally none of them
they
showed
knew.
up for that.
They're like Star Trek fans with Discovery. It's not canon.
well, no, they
Um,
supported her by not going to see it.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I'm sad we don't get to see your play, Jason. What's up with that?
That's all right. It's cool. It's community theater. It's not anything significant. It's not. I mean, it's not anything that's like on a grand scale or anything like that. However, the Chicago Tribune did do an article about the production, and they listed the cast of actors, and so my name is now in the Chicago Tribune.
Hey,
Forever. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Now, this is not like Chicago Street where it's not in Chicago. The Chicago
No,
Tribune
this is the
from
Chicago Tribune.
Chicago.
From Chicago.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was just a point of order.
Right. Yeah. Thank you for helping that clarification.
Yes. Real Chicago.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, now that we got that out of the way, Andrew, it's your turn. What
My
have you
turn.
been geeking
Okay,
out
thanks
on
for
this-
sweeping me out. Yes.
Well, no,
good
we
job.
had to use you to break the ice.
Break the ice.
Gotcha.
gotta-
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So, what have you been geeking out on this week? It could be anything.
No, I got you. I got an answer. So
okay.
I told you that. So I will say I don't have a PS5. I've been playing
Yeah,
still my PS4.
Which I didn't know. That
We had a
you
good laugh about that
A
earlier.
good laugh.
Yeah.
We were in there. I thought it was a joke. They thought it was joking, but no. So they were playing Call of Duty, and I was telling him So I go in and out on gaming. So like I'll go in for a couple months, and I will be out for a couple months. So, but I re-downloaded the new Modern Warfare, played a little games, but I kind of wanted to play something else. So I also had Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Wow, that game holds up.
Does it?
It's really good.
Okay.
And
The first
it's,
one was solid.
it's fun. It's just fun to play. And I like
Did you ever play
I-
Breakpoint?
no.
Don't.
Okay, don't.
Okay. Good to
stay
know.
away.
Just keep your memory the way it is now.
Yeah.
Just don't tarnish it.
Good. Yeah, I've been thinking about Wildlands recently because I miss Ghost Recon.
Yeah, I mean it's a fun game, and
Yeah.
you can play with your friends.
Ubisoft hasn't extorted me for money in a while. They could do another one.
What's the city? Watch Dogs. That's them, right?
That was trash.
Yeah.
I wanted that to be a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, the last one was trash.
I liked the first one. Okay.
Overall, I give the series like a B+.
C.
I was gonna say B+. It was
I don't know. The third one really brought it down a little bit. Well, awesome. If you need someone to play with, I mean,
Yeah, let's do it.
all right, cool.
I'm
Anything
like-
else?
That's the only thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
But
I did want to ask, did you have a podcast?
Yeah, you want to do a little plug? If you are
Oh, sure.
if you're proud of it,
Plug away.
Maybe if you don't want to talk
yeah,
about
I'm proud of it.
All
Sure.
right.
Yeah. So if I'm being completely honest, it's for my friends or me and 3 other guys at my gym. And it's,
Oh yeah, this dude's freaking like healthy and in shape and lifts weights and
Ew.
stuff.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
just it's
That's
all
all
a
the same.
plug. I just drink a lot of energy drinks.
Yeah.
But so but they both all have wives and kids, so they are busy. So they honestly it's totally just an excuse to get together with some friends and drink. But we've been doing it now for 3 years, and we just literally just record about anything and everything. We just kind of pick a topic and talk. But it's fun.
So it started as a CrossFit podcast. Is it still actually CrossFit?
Yeah,
pretty
so
random
it
now?
started out kind of as like a sort of fitness podcast, but I think the bumpers came off real quick for that. And, so it's so we talk about sports a lot, but like for example, our episode that came out Monday was about the Titanic and a conspiracy theory. So
All right.
Oh, fun.
Ooh, I love
Ooh,
that.
conspiracy theories. New miniseries?
there you go.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go.
I do have a question about the nerdy. Like, how is a TV show qualify?
So, our
Yeah.
definition of nerdy, and for our viewers, this might be helpful for you too, if you're brand new to this channel. Anything can be nerdy
If you nerd out.
if you
about
nerd out about it.
I like that.
So, I mean, obviously, we talk pretty heavily about pop culture stuff, Marvel, DC, video games, all that fun stuff. But I mean, Christian's a photographer. He geeks out on photography. I geek out on Legos. Josh geeks out on Warhammer model figures. Obviously, Jason geeks out on acting. We all have our things. But we kind of use this podcast to come together to like share our shared interests.
It's beautiful.
If you don't like Star Trek, though, you need to get out.
Yeah,
Right
Star
now.
Trek, Yeah.
Yeah, they
I'll be
kind of
honest.
forced me into that one.
Oh, really?
And
I mean,
you're welcome.
I'm very interested in trying it.
Yeah. So either Christian truly does like it, or somehow we've done some sort of Star Trek Stockholm syndrome.
I've been doing my own acting, Jason.
Well, plug. Check out Star Trek Strange New World Season 2 reaction videos over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@EatSleepNerd. There's a little playlist for it. We have been reacting to Season 2 episodes that air every Thursday with our reaction videos that we air every Friday. We have 5 more episodes left in this season, so make sure, if you have been watching Strange New World Season 2, that you come check out our videos every Friday. So, speaking of...
And now back to our regularly scheduled program.
I'm letting this just keeps going.
Wow.
I think it's from Fresh Prince. I think they hold it for a minute.
So,
Just keeps going. I'm sorry.
Star Trek Strange
There
New
it is.
Worlds, if you're a brand new Star Trek, it's a pretty good entry point.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
It is, yeah. I knocked out the first season in less than a week.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say
that's
you
not
did
bad.
it in like 2 days.
Yeah, but I also wasn't working.
So, I mean,
that helped.
that
a
helps.
lot.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
the concept of Star Trek. I liked the Chris Pine movies a lot. So I think I would enjoy
Yeah.
it. So yeah, I'll definitely give it a try.
Then you can come back and join us for some reaction videos.
Yeah, that sounds good. I will say, so I was going to mention the one, it's not quite the same scale nerdy, I would say, but have you guys watched the show The Bear?
I've been hearing about it.
It's been on my mind. Oh boy. I loved it. I don't know.
It'll give Christian PTSD. He can't-
Yeah, like from being
restaurants.
in restaurants for like
Yeah.
13 years.
That's understandable.
I watched like that first half of the first season and nearly had a panic attack.
Wow.
Like it's
You're
like you know how
You're like, this is my Saving Private Ryan. Like, I can't watch this.
yeah, you see, like it's like one of those things where you talk to old like army vets or like military vets about the war, and they're like, "Ugh." Same.
That show comes on and Christian starts hearing
Not
choppers.
that
Like,
we're
it's-
not that we're comparing the level of intensity
Good call.
Exactly.
to being in the military.
Because like most people will say, like Saving Private Ryan is probably the most accurate war movie.
Right.
Yeah.
The Bear is the most accurate restaurant show.
Wow.
Like you know,
for
you
good
have
and bad.
yeah, for
Yeah.
good and bad, and yeah, couldn't
It's
do
like
it.
it's like, oh my god, my spaghetti fell out. Ah, I put it back in.
That's right.
Mama!
Well, in
There's
general,
tomato
though,
sauce everywhere.
Well, that's a YouTube short right there.
there you go.
Thank you.
In general, just speaking of like acting, the storytelling, the emotion, I just love shows like that, and I think it was really good.
So IGN raised a point this week. This is the only time I've actually ever heard about the show was when IGN posted something. Do you think this show should have been released weekly or binge style like it was? Because they're thinking it could have been
Like
better if it had been stretched out a little bit.
that's curious.
What does it air on?
Hulu.
Hulu's. Okay.
And I'm trying to like compare it to another show that is similar emotional, like maybe like Ted Lasso's kind of that same emotion, and that is released weekly.
Yeah.
I liked binging it.
Okay.
It was easier to like keep the emotion up.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say keep it.
Okay.
But also, I will say I support the streaming weekly. I think it just keeps the
It keeps the
whole
conversation
vibe alive.
going.
Yeah.
Like binge style Netflix shows. It just they lose the conversation so fast.
Yeah, they
It's like-
lose the steam. And like all the Star Wars stuff recently has been great just because it's like it's fun to call your friends and talk to everybody about it. And
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Josh disagrees.
Oh, really? You'll have to have me on for the Ahsoka.
No, I mean
All right.
it goes back and forth. I can see it from both sides, and usually whatever it is, I say it should have been the other.
Yeah. Right.
Maybe I'm just contrary.
Yeah. I mean, I know you are.
No.
Yeah.
Am I just contrary?
Yes,
Am I
you are.
I you do tend to do that.
I don't think I'm.
You-
contrary.
I also
Y'all are
tend to
wrong.
do that. So
Josh has always
I'm
been-
aware that I do that.
Yeah,
I'm
Josh
not
has always
contrary.
been anti-bandwagon, contrarian, everything.
That's rude.
Let's just real quick about Star Trek. So he trash talked Star Trek Next
You
Generation,
did.
or just Star Trek period, before he started watching it,
I did.
and then now he is
I did.
the biggest fan out of the four of us.
He-
like
he is
I
the
thought I was the
Now,
fan.
now,
No, he is.
Now I'll fight.
He's
people.
radicalized.
Physical
Radicalized.
violence. Yeah.
He's like he will visit violence upon you. Photon torpedoes on full.
Widespread. Let's go.
Yeah. Wes,
Engage.
full spread.
So Christian.
Yes.
What have you been doing?
Not too much as I was doing last week. You know, I'm just doing work.
Okay.
Certain things I've been learning about more into the like Sony products that I work with.
Yeah.
So I'm just learning more about that because I'm curious about working within a company like that, a real tech company that has their hands in a lot of things.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sony would be the one to do it for.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Like they're the only electronics company that goes from production to release, like the entire way. There are movies that were filmed on Sony cameras, mastered at Sony Studios, released by Sony Pictures Columbia, where it was shown in a theater on a Sony projector,
Yeah.
then released on Blu-ray, which Sony invented, to play on your PlayStation 5 that you probably watched on your Sony television.
Yeah.
Like, no one else can say that.
Yeah, that's actually, I've never thought about that.
Yeah, like you can. It is one company, and it's generally considered to be one of the best for every step along that path.
Right.
So it's wild. That would be the one to do. Like if you were
Yeah.
going to jump ship and try to work for like as a vendor, Sony's pretty darn high up on that list.
Yeah, that'd be
They don't have appliances yet, do they?
No,
no.
no,
They probably should.
Let's not.
They've stayed away from the washing machine.
Like they're
business.
smart enough to get out of computers.
Yeah.
They're smart enough to be getting out of phones. Like, yeah, stick with the AV stuff.
I mean, it's kind of like Honda. Like they had
That
their
one
cars.
darn commercial.
Yeah.
They said we couldn't build a car, so we built one. They said we couldn't build a rocket ship, so we built one. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Now they have like lines of like yard work equipment, like
Yeah, they've got
lawnmowers and
everything.
weed whackers. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, bro, we get it.
You make stuff.
You make stuff.
Good for
It's
you.
all
trying to
right.
become the new Yamaha, I guess.
Yeah. Right. And that's another company.
That's
That was-
another company.
They don't have Honda doesn't have instruments yet though. So
Yeah, exactly. That
It's coming.
the same name that's on some marching drums are the same name on
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
motorcycles. It's
And
weird.
in my opinion, the best sounding drums. So
They,
it's
yeah,
weird.
it is kind of weird that they're still very high quality.
it's like you hit the drum and it goes.
But yeah,
Somebody
that's really,
mixed something up at the factory.
that's really it for me. Just doing a lot of worky stuff.
Worky stuff.
Yeah, which seems gross.
Spell that. Spell that word.
W
I want to
O
know what that
R
word looks
K
like.
E Y.
That's the right
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, close enough. All right, we'll take it.
Anything else, Christian?
No, well,
Okay.
other than I had a wedding and another shoot that I was having to edit over the weekend. Got that out pretty fast. Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Josh,
Yes.
theme.
You know stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so your geeking out thing. I'm just going to start it for you. Maybe I have something else, but I don't care. So your kids,
Ah, yes.
you introduced them to Warhammer,
I did.
and oh my god, they're freaking cute.
Well, I mean, I
Like-
spent a lot of time on the little miniatures. And
Oh, yeah. That's,
Talking about the children or the statues?
That's exactly what I was talking
Ah.
about.
I'm sorry.
So they are 5 and 3,
5 and 3.
and you trusted them with your Warhammer figures.
Yes, I only freaked out one time.
Okay, good.
That's pretty good,
Yeah.
actually.
So they liked them.
Yeah, they were fun. They wanted me to get down the other ones, and I said no.
Oh.
But
Was this a proud papa moment?
I was very excited that they were interested in it. Like Harrison wanted to know how you put them together, and he knows that I paint them. He wasn't really interested in learning how to do that. But this all started because I got some terrain stuff. So I got the bunker and the stockade, and they saw me doing that, and then they freaked out and they wanted to do stuff. So yeah, it was fun. That was literally just about the only fun thing I did last week.
Oh,
Yeah, everything else was screaming at clients and no, that was about it. It was that and screaming.
Wait.
Like, that was
Wait,
pretty much it.
clients are screaming at you, or are you screaming at clients?
It was
Yes.
mutual.
Okay.
Went both,
Okay,
it went
fair
both
enough,
ways.
alright.
That's why it's okay.
Okay.
well,
What about you?
I'll
Corey?
finish this up.
Bring it on strong.
I finised Jack Ryan. It is
Oh, yeah?
done. All 4 seasons.
That's it.
The ship has sailed. As
Oh,
I
you
say.
did?
Did he die at the end?
No, it was actually a very happy, nonchalant ending. It was just kind of, it was over.
Nah, I don't like that.
They-
Like he wasn't
they-
doing a presidential campaign.
They teased, like they were like, he's going to make you run, right? Or ask you to run, right? And Jack was just like, who's going to make me do what? They're like, the president. He's going to ask you to run. He was like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to do that. So, which is how his attitude was in the books. He actually hated the idea of politics.
Mm.
So it checks out. So I kind of like how they kind of teased it. And
what
I-
happens in the
Okay.
books? Like everyone above him dies, and
Yeah,
has to
he
be
was.
president?
I'm actually misquoted myself. I said he was the Secretary of State. He was actually the National Security Advisor. And then during this, I believe it was the
Sum of all fears.
the Sum of All Fears.
Yeah.
I think it was actually
It's when he looked like Ben Affleck.
yes.
Yes.
I believe it was actually during the State of the Union. It was bombed, and he was like the only surviving person. So he ended up. ascending.
designated survivor?
I don't remember.
That's what it's called, but that's a great
Yeah, it's
show
a
too.
key
It was a great
Yeah.
show. It
Yeah.
was a great show.
till they canceled it.
Yeah, he ended up becoming
Twice.
He became accidental president. Maybe
Yeah.
he was vice president
Accidental
before that
president.
happened. I don't know. It's all wibbly wobbly. But no, they
Timey-wimey.
teased that eventual character progression in this show, so I was okay with it.
Okay.
Kind of a middle finger for people who actually wanted to see that.
Right?
It's kind of like
Exactly.
one of those like nonchalant middle fingers, though,
Yeah,
because they teased
it's like
it.
super subtle.
Yeah.
It was a good season. I don't think it was the strongest season, but it just felt weird. Like it felt like there was an ending, but like, why is it ending? Like there was no reason for it to end. Like why couldn't we get 2 more seasons?
Because John Krasinski has to start filming Fantastic Four.
No, I like how you're still holding on to this.
No, that's Adam Driver.
Yeah, which is
Huh.
for some
Is that
reason-
out now?
No,
Oh, I
but
didn't
for
know
some
that.
reason that has not been confirmed yet.
I was gonna say they still haven't confirmed that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Speaking of middle fingers,
But no. So they obviously I didn't realize that Michael Pena, I got it right this time.
Pena.
Dang it! Never gonna get it right.
The confidence.
He played Ding Chavez in this show, who is Rainbow Six from the Rainbow novels. And
Well, he's part of Rainbow. Rainbow Six
No,
is the team.
the team is Rainbow. Rainbow Six is the leader of the team. 6 is the
Ah.
designator for the team leader.
Yeah, look
Oh.
at you. Look at you.
I know. So
Ah.
I didn't realize he was
That
going to
makes
be.
way more sense, actually.
Yeah, it checks out.
Yeah.
Checks out.
It's like Red 5, just.
I did not
Anyways,
realize
sorry, go
that
ahead,
Ding
Corey.
Chavez was
I'm sorry
gonna
that I
be-
keep interrupting you. I'm sorry about all that.
See, it was funny because he was still doing.
You
it.
know,
So good.
your audio file is separate than ours, so I can just cut you from the episode.
Wow.
That's
He's
if
done
you
it
wanna
before. He'll
maintain-
do it again.
you want to maintain the integrity of the production or not? That's your call.
Would it be even better if I just cut your audio but kept your video? So it's just your.
They just see you talking.
He was on mute.
No, so his character Ding Chavez, I didn't realize he was going to be that big of a character in this season, but he was one of the main characters, and so I really do think it's kind of leading us into that Rainbow Six movie / series.
So, as someone who has not watched literally any of this,
It's unfortunate.
yeah. So, did like Michael Pena get yoked?
No,
Oh,
I was
okay.
just that's what I was
Because like
thinking.
I was just kind of think like I'm just picturing him from Ant-Man, and I'm just like,
no, that's basically yeah.
that, I don't know if that jumps out as like elite special ops
no.
to me.
Yeah.
Oh, no, in the last Ant-Man movie, like I did notice, like when he was in his suit when they were going under covert or whatever, like I thought he looked very professional. So he definitely,
So I,
whatever his physique is, I think it would work for like an NSA or an intelligence position.
so I think, so I had that same thought, but I think he actually just wears baggy clothes. But I think he actually
Turns out he's been yoked for years.
Yeah, I think
he
Those
just
guys
didn't know.
only need 6 months.
Yeah, kind of like the guy from RRR, the
Right.
jokey one.
Oh
Like they started off the movie with him fighting the tiger.
yes,
Like how he was
Right.
so huge, but throughout the rest of the movie, he just looked like the fat friend.
Yeah, he just kind of
Because
looks
he was
grumpy.
wearing-
he was
Yeah.
wearing the baggy clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that checks out. Okay.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen RRR, you should watch RRR.
I haven't.
It's one of our
wild.
most popular videos.
But like, don't watch it alone. Like, get
You had to
3
watch
or
it.
4. Doesn't
Heck,
even matter who.
we'll
Close
watch it
friends.
again.
Hell, I'll watch,
Yeah.
yeah, watch it with them.
I was about to say that'd be an excellent episode for your podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, you have no idea.
RRR.
RRR.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
should have won an Academy
Award.
Award last year.
Really?
It,
Yeah.
did, it did for original song. I think
It's so wild.
Yeah, it did.
it's so good.
Wow,
So
okay.
fucking good. Anyway, yeah. So there's that. I don't know. What's our timer say? I can never see it.
Blind.
What's our timer?
33.
Our timer is at. Where's the timer on mine? Hang on, give me a minute.
Okay.
It looks like 30 something.
All right, we're gonna keep going on. Let's get into some news, but first, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. If you have not been keeping up over on YouTube, youtube.com/@EatSleepNerd, we are doing those weekly reaction videos for Strange New Worlds, like I mentioned earlier, but we're also doing Secret Invasion reaction videos every Thursday after the new episodes air. So we have 2 more episodes of that this week and next week, and then that's it. So keep coming back for more. And this week we have our review for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, airing tomorrow after this episode airs. And then next week we got the double whammy of Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Barbenheimer.
I'm not entirely sure when those will be airing, but it'll be sometime next week. So we got lots going on. This is a full week. We got 4 videos coming out this week. Next week, probably 3 or 4. So
It's good. I don't want to sleep.
actually, maybe
Okay.
5
Yeah.
videos next week. Woo! It's
Excellent.
gonna be a full week next week. Boom! Content. Content. All right. So yes, if you're only listening on podcast, make sure you go check out our YouTube channel where all the exclusive content lives. So with that in mind, do you guys want to get into the nerdy news? All right. So in our pre-recording breakdown, we took this down quite a bit. So I think we only have a few things to talk about. But a couple of big things happened this week. And I think the biggest one was what happened in some production notes for Deadpool 3, which was the big reveal of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine costume for Deadpool 3. Look at that costume.
It's awesome.
That is comic
Fantastic.
accurate.
It is costuming.
I feel like the X-Men fans have been asking for yellow for years.
Literally. They even teased
Actual
it.
decades.
Yeah.
They teased it in a
Mm,
post-credit scene. Which movie was
A
that?
deleted post-credit scene.
Yeah. Which movie was it?
Yeah,
Do you remember?
that's right.
That was the first Wolverine. The one where he goes to
Wow.
Japan.
The Wolverine.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously relatively comic accurate. They did add sleeves, which in the comics he actually had short sleeves, but apparently that's because Hugh Jackman has been dealing with skin cancer.
yeah, he just keeps getting it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So aside from the sleeves, pretty spot on, and even the sleeves actually look pretty freaking
I was
cool.
gonna say they made it work. It looks right.
Yeah.
I think I actually saw a production photo today where he didn't have the sleeves.
Maybe he takes his
Where he's
sleeves
like
off.
bound up and he didn't have his sleeves.
Maybe he takes his sleeves off inside. I
Yeah.
don't
it's- Yeah.
I know.
Just saying it may go back and forth.
It would be awesome. You know, it would be really Wolverine of him to just tear his sleeves off.
know. Yeah.
We're indoors now? Yes. And just,
And then
This is my favorite picture.
yes, let me actually you guys vamp on this. I'm gonna get this image pulled up.
Yeah, well, let's go back to the this picture right here. Like, there's been like a lot of speculation behind this picture. Is that it seems zoomed in, so it's kind of like the Spider-Man No Way Home kind of thing. People are talking about there may be more people in this picture that they took out.
Oh yeah, use
Mm.
AI to
Oh.
fill.
That checks out.
Generative
Yeah.
fill to get the edit.
That's
Yeah.
a very MCU thing to do.
Yeah,
Like most.
so like there might be like another 3 or 4 people next to them that they've just
Yeah. Got
Yeah.
rid of.
cropped out or edited out.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
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 So it just makes you wonder
Hmm.
Yeah.
who it would be,
Who?
whom.
Who?
So this
Would
was
it
the
be?
picture Josh was talking about. So this
I'm
is
so
Oh,
excited.
that's
this is
yeah.
actually a still or a shot from the set where that Wolverine costume picture was taken. You actually see, well, I guess it's out of frame, but you can see Hugh Jackman down there in the bottom right.
Is that a missile?
Probably looks like a NASA rocket, actually.
Or like an engine? Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, so that's not even the takeaway. The takeaway.
Is that they're fighting
Is
next
the
to
logo.
to a ruined 20th Century Fox logo. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Which-
I don't even know the
which-
context yet, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
This is something that Futurama has done a few times with 20th Century Fox
Oof.
or Fox
Yeah.
Studios,
Yes, they have.
so it made me think of that immediately of Futurama doing that.
But like, would we really doubt Ryan Reynolds?
Yes.
You know,
No.
He's probably lying to us.
He's been.
Oh, you doubt him as like.
a creative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I would not. We do know that the filming has been stopped, obviously because of the actor strike now. Along with a bunch of other productions have been.
Actor strike.
There's an
Yeah.
everybody strike.
So we had a writer's
man.
strike. Now we have an actor strike. Hollywood's basically shut down. Now.
UPS is going on strike.
Are they really?
Yes, it's a real thing.
I feel like they strike every year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also
I
make like
thought they-
$45 an hour.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's a real thing.
Well, they were going on strike because they were not allowed to have air conditioning in their vehicles,
That was one of the
Seems
complaints.
reasonable.
And
which they yeah.
it was that, and they were actually striking on behalf of the part timers
Mm.
because they
okay.
said the part timers do the exact same job for like $13 an hour
Oof.
Oh wow.
just because they don't do it full time.
I'm sure some
yeah.
CEOs are just like, "What are you complaining about? That door is open."
Yeah.
If you're driving
And you're-
fast
and you're-
enough,
yeah.
Brown truck that that doesn't retain heat. No, but I think they got a concession on the AC at least. I think I read
I mean,
that today.
Yeah, I mean
They-
that's
they
fair.
should.
I think
Yeah.
that's
That's-
fair. I can
how
imagine.
much does that really add to the cost of the truck?
Right.
I feel like they certainly have it. I feel
Because
Maybe they're taking
Amazon's
it
already
out.
like bragging about their electric trucks. delivery trucks.
Yeah.
So like, come on, UPS, it can be done. Like, just get it together. You know, your big slogan is what can Brown do for you? Apparently nothing.
Whoa. Christian
So,
apparently has some feelings.
So Deadpool 3.
Yeah, anyway.
Some action shots of them fighting, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I love that.
That is cool.
Yeah, now I'm just focused on UPS.
It's upsetting.
So speaking of the actors' strike, this was like one of the last things filmed before the strike took effect. So with the strike in effect now, there could be no filming on anything with the actors. Obviously, the actors can't do any sort of press for movies or breach the deal of the strike. They can't even talk about stuff on social media. They can't do interviews. They can't do anything. So who knows what's going to be happening in Hollywood coming these next few months.
And I feel like this was going to happen anyway because, you know, even with the writer strike that happened beforehand, Ryan Reynolds is known for his ad-libbing. He couldn't do
so
it.
with the writer's strike, he was not allowed to ad-lib. It had to be exactly what was written on the page.
Correct.
Now with Deadpool 3, it was going to kind of work in his favor because he wears a mask a lot of the time. So in post, they could actually dub over whatever he was saying underneath the mask to ad-lib it. But now with the writer's strike, that's not happening at all. Or the actor's strike, that's not happening at all.
Yeah.
So we're kind of talking about the strike, which we actually kind of talked about doing a proper like entire segment on what this actor's strike and writer's strike means to Hollywood and everything we're talking about. I think we kind of say that maybe for next week we do a little bit more research to kind of talk a little bit more knowledgeably about it.
Yes.
But I think it is worth mentioning right now because, you know, we learned that the strike went into effect during the Oppenheimer premiere. So all the actors actually had to leave during the premiere of their movie.
Oof.
Yeah,
that's awkward.
That is very awkward.
They're all tied together. I don't even understand that.
They got to just write a tweet in the middle of the movie like, well, can't be here.
Deuces.
Need to be hitting the old dusty trail.
Well,
Like
I'm
that.
I'm
one that
gonna
they're
head
working
out. All right, let's wrap up the Wolverine Deadpool thing. So obviously we know Wolverine's confirmed. Obviously, we know now that Elektra, Jennifer Gardner, is confirmed. Lots of other people rumored, and with that Fox logo, it's kind of making us think, okay, this is definitely going to be the death of the Fox universe.
Yes.
So probably a lot of old X-Men actors appearing, maybe some other people,
And Owen Wilson.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Owen Wilson was
Wow.
confirmed for the
That
movie.
is not surprising because I saw a cast credit for the voice of Miss Minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah. The idea is that this is a universe that's going to get pruned.
Right.
Don't like that word.
It's
So-
their
or-
term.
It's from it's from Loki, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Yes,
that makes it
exactly.
interesting because it's like, how will would this movie be during Loki or before?
Well, it's all timey-wimey. So
Yeah.
yes.
Because like, we saw
Right,
to the
Doctor
end,
Who.
we saw to the end of Loki, and you saw how that ended. So
Yeah.
like, why would
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
The universe was collapsing.
So why would he be
it's also-
doing anything?
It's also kind of a middle finger when you really think about it from a meta standpoint. Because the MCU is kind of saying, yeah, anything that's not the MCU just sucked. It needs to be pruned. Shouldn't have existed. I mean,
I mean-
kind of a jerk thing.
Yeah,
to say.
especially
Or,
when
or
like,
it's an easy way to consolidate all the properties into one universe.
No,
but then
I think it's
isn't that
definitely
kind
more
of
about a middle finger.
anti what they're trying to do with all the multiverse?
Yes.
Yeah, they kind of contradict themselves sometimes.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, it's kind of been a mess.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
just
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I've been
yeah. I'm still watching.
Yeah. So there's that. All right, moving into our next story, let's jump over into video games. A new study has compared classic games to silent films, saying that just 13% are commercially available. Oh, he was ready for that. Ooh, that was good. That was good. I love the soundboard.
Yeah.
So,
it's making up for the scroll thing.
so the Video Game History Foundation has done a new study that says that only 13% of games that were published prior to 2010 are still commercially available today. So we have gone back and forth in this podcast talking about why we even still buy discs. Josh actually makes fun of us quite often about why we still buy discs, games on discs. And it's because of this. Because digital things do not survive. Clearly. So there's some bass in this.
That one wasn't what I wanted it to be. I'm sorry.
So the idea of this report is saying that any game that's more than 10 years old, only 10 years old,
A decade.
it's hard to find that's not on like resale, like used or something like that. They are not including things that have been ported. So if maybe something came out on the Xbox back in 2005, it's been ported onto current gen consoles like a remake, that doesn't count. Like the game in its original state, you can only find 13% of them in today's market.
I mean, I can't find Midnight Club.
So like a 19
Midnight Club.
It's like a 1997 copy, 3-disc copy of Final Fantasy VII.
Correct. You
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
find
Like
that
that.
commercially available.
Does this article also talk about collectors?
I don't know.
'Cause there's some people out there that have like 5 copies
Mm.
of
Oh, yeah.
games like that.
Yeah. Mhm.
So the new study, which the Video Game History Foundation describes as the first of its kind, examined more than 4,000 video game releases in the United States before 2010. With a special focus on the Commodore 64, Game Boy, and the PlayStation 2. The Commodore 64, which was first introduced in 1982, is described as an abandoned ecosystem with the lowest level of commercial interest, while the Game Boy is described as neglected, and the PlayStation 2 is called active. It's found that the overall availability of historic games is dire, with many held back by technological challenges, rights issues, and other problems. GoldenEye 007, which was finally re-released on Xbox and Switch earlier this year, has 6 separate rights holders, including direct competitors, Nintendo and Xbox. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could tie up anything for quite some time.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is that, with these video game preservation people, and Jason, you've kind of made this point too, is that digital things, like, you don't own digital things. And so
Right.
when you buy something digitally, you have no right to keeping it forever. They can take it back from you whenever they want to. They can take the file offline. They can take the service offline.
I was gonna say
You're
usually
buying a right to use it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that might
Usually your copy exists as long as they have the right to have it.
Yeah.
Which is why
Right.
buying movies on Vudu and Apple, so that you got it till you don't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, like, it's okay. So right now, which you have access to my Vudu account.
I've actually been using it.
Yeah.
Recently.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Um,
It's convenient.
there's probably like 250 titles on there. I know I've put in over 400.
Oh,
Mm.
that's
So
concerning.
every once in a while, I'll go to watch a movie and son of a gun, it's not there anymore.
Yeah, okay. That kinda
frustrating.
checks out.
And then to use another example
And
of
then-
why
And then
digital copies versus hard copies is important is for the preservation of the original integrity of the product. For example, Star Wars.
Are we
Yeah,
going to bring up
they
that
can,
one
like,
cantina
changes.
scene?
Who shot
I mean,
first?
yeah, the Han shot.
Yep.
Yeah, versus
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
precisely
yeah,
that.
that's kind of the
Or-
point I was trying to make earlier, is that
Right.
yes, maybe they keep re-releasing it, but it's never, there's no guarantee it's going to be in the original state it originally was back when it first came out.
so
Right.
Same thing in video games.
nerdy fun fact. Have you heard the rumor? Because I guess there's no way of ever knowing this for certain. Have you heard the rumor about why you can no longer find the original prints of Star Wars?
I think
like,
I've actually talked about it on this podcast.
like
I
pre-special
think
edition.
the reason is that George Lucas actually modified the original stuff.
So the
And-
rumor goes further
Yeah.
than that. And if it's true,
Okay.
it's hilarious. The rumor is that when George Lucas divorced his wife, part of the divorce agreement was that she would continue to get the proceeds from Star Wars. The rumor is that he released special editions and then killed the old ones because she had no legal right to the new special editions.
Ah.
That is
So if
petty
that is-
beyond.
so-
If that's the
But
case,
I
so
would
if that's
believe
the so if
I
that's
believe
the
it.
only edition that's available, she doesn't get paid anymore.
I'm making a T-shirt. George Lucas is my homeboy.
He's a legend.
Yeah. So again,
Wow.
that's the rumor. No idea if that's factually grounded, but if it is true, it's hilarious.
Wow.
So, do you still think discs are stupid?
Okay, so the funny thing is, I don't actually think discs are stupid. I think they take up a lot of space, and I think in today's current state of events, we live in a society, which we've talked about this before, that values convenience over quality. Disc, especially if we're talking about anything other than video games are a 1-for-1 copy. You can either have it on disc or you can have it digital. It doesn't matter. It's the exact same game. But all other media, whether it's music, film, television, whatever, usually getting it on disc gives you the highest quality you can possibly get.
Yeah.
When you're streaming something, it is usually at a very high compression rate. Now, the internet has come a long way, and these new codecs allow for a much higher quality of compression, so it's not as big a deal as it used to be. But like if you go back 4 years ago, if you streamed something on Netflix and then watched it on disc, night and day. Huge difference. So I'm actually a big fan of disc. I also am a realist who admits that it is dying. And in 5 years, probably won't have discs.
So, this year, the developer made a big splash when they announced this, that Alan Wake 2 is going to be coming out this year. Big anticipated game. It's going to be digital only. It's going to be a AAA game, digital only. What's to guarantee that I'll still be able to play this game 10 years from now if I don't have the disc?
Nothing.
And that's
0.
Yeah.
So I will counter it with this. What happened when you bought Call of Duty?
Which one?
The last one.
Yeah, and it pissed me off. I have a disc with no disc, or I have a not disc.
Right.
For those who don't know, Corey bought this disc, went to the Best Buy, picked it up, brought it home. He had it reserved. It was ready. Brought it home, put it into the PlayStation. The game is now so large that it doesn't fit on disc. It doesn't even fit on 2 discs.
Oh, right.
All it did was prompt the download of the game.
It was essentially a download code. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of like being in college. I went for a CIS class. We had to buy the book for the class that also came with the code, and the code gave us a digital copy of the book in which we just used. So why did I buy the book?
Yeah.
Just sell me the code.
Yep. That's
I
right.
did have a professor
that
one
stuff was
time.
infuriating.
Yeah, I did have a professor one time. It's actually a CIS professor. Actually, just gave us the link to the download code instead of having to like make us buy
See,
the book.
That's a real
Nice.
one, right
Yeah.
there.
Yep, he knew the assignment.
All right, so I have a question, because I guess the common thing now is that, if you download a digital copy, you just put it on an SD or an SSD.
Yeah.
Is that not functionally the same thing as having discs? If you just have a bunch of SSDs with all the games?
Okay, so you're thinking with a software engineer's mind. It's fine.
No, it's terrible.
fine for the purpose. No.
He said it like it was dirty.
But
Yeah. Right.
no.
You
But the thing is that
engineer.
no, because that's how you think. You're like, okay, well, what are we looking to do? We're looking to save a hard copy. Okay, well, the easiest way to do that is to put it on an SSD drive. Okay, sounds good. But what Corey and collectors want to do is be able to have it in the media presentation that fits the console, like an actual PS5 disc.
It's
that
for the
has the
flex.
product on it.
I know.
Right.
It's for the
It's
flex.
well, yeah, okay.
Speaking of flex,
whatever. Yeah, exactly. So whereas you're right, you're wrong.
Okay, well, I mean,
I put together some shelves. This
but to
week.
be fair, like PlayStation 6 probably won't have a disc drive.
I mean, in fairness,
it won't. It won't. It 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's already a PlayStation 5 version that does not have a disc drive.
It released concurrently with the one that does.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the PS4 was like that too, right?
It was a secondary release.
A secondary release, right?
It came later.
Xbox as well.
Right.
But you can't put SSDs just on a shelf like this.
Sure
You
can.
That's
could.
fair.
Technically,
I
you
mean,
need a
you
lot
could. I
fewer
mean-
shelves.
Oh.
Or how you can make your own Blu-ray disc and print the box cover art and
Boom.
put it in that thing.
That would
You
mean way more to me.
Corey's done that before.
That was. I have done that before because I've bought used games that did not have the cover art on them from GameStop.
That's the worst.
Anyway.
GameStop is the worst.
So theoretically, yes, you could put it on an SSD and I guess keep it forever. But so many games nowadays require an online connection that who knows how many of those games could
Yeah.
still be
So that's what I'm
playable.
saying. All the
Yeah.
points you're raising, just in the modern age, like you are factually correct. You are functionally wrong.
I'm not functionally wrong. I'm just
You are 100% functionally wrong.
the industry is broken. Like one of my favorite games, probably my favorite game of all time, Star Wars Galaxies. It was an online only role-playing multiplayer game. you cannot play it anymore because they took it offline.
Yeah, because it's 30 years old.
It was like,
Well, 20 years old.
even still, like, if I want to go back and read a book, I can just go find the book. But nowadays, you can't do that with digital things.
Maybe it's on your e-reader.
All right, so
Just a reminder, they're brothers.
Well, move us into our next story.
Hey, Christian and Andrew, can you guys just like sit in between those two?
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to do that.
No, I want to keep them close. Keep my enemies closer. So, EA, Electronic Arts, has unveiled that they are working on a brand new Black Panther game coming from their new Seattle studio Cliffhanger Games. It is going to be single player, story driven, third person, Wakanda as a rich superhero sandbox. It's still early in development, but the team includes devs that worked on Shadow of Mordor, Halo Infinite, God of War, and more.
Who's making this?
This is EA's new studios, Cliffhanger Games.
But it is EA.
Yes.
I think it sounds
They've
kind
been
of good.
having okay hits recently. Anyway, so this is the latest in a long line of new Marvel games that are early in development. We know about that there's going to be a Captain America and Black Panther crossover game. There's going to be an Iron
Why does he get
Wolverine.
2 games? That's not fair.
It's a pretty cool character.
Okay, it's whatever.
There's going to be an Iron Man game from, I think it was EA Motive, another EA studio.
Man.
What else? I mean, I'm sure there's other ones. So lots of
Wonder Woman. We keep forgetting Wonder Woman's
Well,
going to be a game.
yeah,
It's
DC.
not Marvel.
It's not Marvel.
But
DC, but
I'm
yeah,
just saying.
But why?
lots of character driven. Wow, wow!
I gotta say it.
I think it's
Why?
going to be an awesome like fighting action game. That's going to
So-
be
But then again, I have my concerns. Not concern. That's not really a concern. I'm not a hater, but like,
kind of sounds like
Kind of
you're right.
sounds like you're a hater.
what are we gonna get out of this Black Panther game?
This is.
Spider-Man.
I mean, so it's going to be third person. That's kind of giving me. Oh, I'm thinking of a game. I'll go ahead and say the Arkham games, but that's not what I'm thinking of.
That's what I'm thinking of.
It could probably be like that.
That's
but
kind of the
yeah.
vibe I'm getting, except like
Yeah.
in the jungle.
Yeah, cause, like that's all I think about is like Black Panther is one of those. Even though he's a crucial character in like the realm of Marvel, like he was kind of like a little side character, like which he's going to be
He
in.
works best as part of a team.
Yes,
Yeah.
so that's why
Oh.
now he's going to be in the game with Captain America. So it's like they're
Checks
already
out. Yeah.
have him partnered with somebody else.
Which that one's going to be World War II, which is interesting.
Oh, that does sound cool.
Yeah.
But to be
Mm.
fair, I will say out of all the games you mentioned, this sounds the most interesting.
This
to
actually
play.
sounds like the most promising.
Just because I don't know, like being Iron Man, I feel like that gets old quick. And
I worry about the Iron Man game because
Tell that to Robert Downey Jr.
he agrees, right?
yeah, didn't he do that interview like last week? He was like,
I mean, he did it for a decade.
yeah, like he came out last week. I forget who he was doing an interview with, but he was like, he was doing an interview for Oppenheimer, and he said he was scared that doing 10 years of Iron Man kind of ruined his acting skills. So
Yeah, because he was just himself.
So
So is this going to be like every other superhero video game lately, where we get an announcement that we don't hear anything for 3 years?
probably,
Cool.
yeah.
It's a different booth.
Yeah. More aggressive.
Oh, that
boo.
some guy just said you suck.
Wow, that's
So no, this one's good. I
Hmm.
think this. I mean, just based on what this short description is, the fact that it's third person and story driven, this is sounding like a good action adventure game that's kind of giving me like Uncharted vibes because he does parkour and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, that could be fun. Yeah.
I'm gonna need another story to really get behind it.
I need more story driven action adventure single player games.
Yes.
So I think that's why just this is exciting to me. Like, I just give me some stories that I can play by myself. So there's that one. Yet again, not much to say, but just the next in the long line of
One of the bullet
recently-
points was literally still early.
Yeah, still early in development. Yeah, just another one in the long line of superhero games that we're going to be getting at some point. So there's that.
Cool.
I love thinking about some point.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about one more story. This one is over in DC land, over in the film realm of things. James Gunn's DCU. We have some.
You didn't give him a chance to do it earlier.
Sorry.
Moving too
That's
fast.
fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. So, Superman Legacy has added some cast. We have, you guys are going to have to help me with these names. Isabella Merced,
You're
Merced?
killing it.
Merced?
You're great.
Mercedes.
Eddie Gathegi,
Sounds good.
and Nathan Fillion. I got that one. They have all been.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't recognize this Nathan Fillion folk.
yeah.
Who's that guy?
Who's that? So
God, he kind of seems like a rookie to the industry.
It's like
Ah!
kind of like a Kmart Brendan Fraser.
Oh, I get it because
Wow.
he's in the rookie.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
that was good. It's good, Jason. So Nathan Fillion is joining James Gunn's Superman Legacy film as a Green Lantern.
Trying to misbehave.
Nice.
With these other two actors and actress that I can't pronounce their names. Also announced for the film's cast, they joined David Cornsweet, who will play Superman, and Rachel Brosnahan, who will play Lois Lane. Vanity Fair was the first to report the story. So, Fillion will play Guy Gardner, a hulking mass of masculinity who is also somehow likable despite being, well, obnoxious. So, he is not...
Seems like it's going to be a stretch for old Fillion.
Yeah.
So, this is not the Green Lantern character that is probably the most famous. Who are the two?
Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan.
Jon
and
Stewart.
Yeah.
Jon Stewart. So he's not completely either one of those, but he will be the first Green Lantern in this DCU.
Which makes it the second Green Lantern he's played. Because he was
Yes.
the voice of Hal Jordan forever.
Oh,
Wow.
I didn't know that.
How did you not know
Yeah.
that?
He also
is.
couldn't be
Yep.
Jon Stewart.
Why, Christian?
We all know why.
So this is the Green Lantern. If you're watching us over on YouTube, this is the one he is playing, Guy Gardner. He is famous for having a bowl cut, which obviously is not in this picture. But so yeah, they have confirmed he will have the bowl cut.
Great.
Yeah. Every time that I've seen Guy Gardner in the comics, I've always been kind of surprised that he's a Green Lantern because he's always seemed hot-headed or kind of
Obnoxious.
obnoxious, but also kind of just not a team player. It just kind of seems kind of an antithesis to what the Green Ring signifies, to me anyway.
Yeah, this is actually a more accurate representation. He has the bowl cut.
Yeah.
You can see that here.
They're gonna do that to him.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
That's
it's supposed to be somewhat intimidating with a bowl cut.
So that's why it's kind of giving me like this is maybe going to be Nathan's another Nathan Fillion character that's not really there for seriousness. He's just kind of there for laughs, like he was in all the Guardians movies.
Yeah.
James Gunn be gunning.
Ah, he has
Now,
big
now,
guns.
I did read an article where they said that they were wondering if it was a quiet replacement of one of the characters in the Green Lantern series, and that Nathan Fillion would be taking over that role.
Dude, that'd be cool.
Right?
I'd be for that.
I mean, not if
Which
you were
is
one
why-
of the guys
and-
who was going to play one of the Green Lanterns.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah,
Nathan
true.
Fillion doesn't have misses, so I'd totally watch that.
And I don't think he's renewing his rookie contract.
Don't you tell me that.
I mean,
Hey, Jason, you
What?
take that back.
hang on, let me just double check
take that back.
before you have a conniption fit. Hang
While you
on.
read that, I'll read these other paragraphs. So,
Okay.
Gathegi, is that who we're saying that's
Eddie
person's
Gathegi.
name
Yeah,
is?
we'll say Eddie.
Eddie Gathegi, is that really? Wow. A veteran of Twilight and X-Men First Class films will play Michael Holt, who is known for being a brilliant inventor who first appeared in the 1997 issue of Spectre. Mr. Terrific is part of the Justice Society of America and has a rivalry with Batman, which may plant future seeds for the DCU.
Spoiler alert.
And then
Batman
as for Merced, she'll be playing Hawkgirl, who first appeared way back in the 1940s. There have been many iterations of Hawkgirl over the years, but all of them are known for using swords, spears, and maces. She has previously appeared in Sicario.
Sicario.
Yeah. Days of the
Sicario.
Sicaria.
Sodaldo? I don't know. Anyway, so we're starting to get some cast for this movie.
The Latin languages are not your strong point. are they?
Yeah. I can barely speak English. So how are we feeling about it? We're starting to get some characters. How do we feel about the characters themselves? So obviously a Green Lantern. We got Hawk Girl. This guy I've never heard of before.
Mr. Terrific.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, I've
And to note, these are all
Mr. Terrific was in Supergirl? No, he was in Arrow.
That makes sense.
Sure.
And also, yeah.
So to confirm, these are all appearing in Superman Legacy. So this is going to be a pretty stacked film in terms of characters.
James Gunn be gunning.
Yeah, and I guess that goes back to our other conversation about the movie. Is that where's Superman? Like we're loading another starter movie with people.
Just an ungodly amount of characters.
Yeah, so like I'd rather just see Superman.
Yeah, how do you make a Superman film focus on Superman with all these other people?
Yeah.
Well, I think what we've been reading and what we've been what we're being told essentially is that Superman's being dropped into a universe where superheroes already exist.
Yes.
So, which I think is a good place to start, considering everything else that we've seen with Superman is that it's always a background story, the beginning story, and then how does he become Superman, and what does that mean? And I think Zack Snyder was on the right path, doing the character study, which we just
didn't
never
get to
got to
do it.
finish.
Yeah.
But I think with what James Gunn is trying to do is, why would we need a Superman, with all these powers and all these abilities? Oh, well, we've got kind of this chaotic world with superheroes and supervillains, and nobody's really doing a good job of corralling them, or, we've got all these superheroes that are kind of, competing with each other because they've got their own ways of doing things. Maybe it's the perfect environment where Superman is needed. So that's kind of what I'm wondering is what's going on.
What a well articulated take.
Jason does that.
No, I mean it actually checks out. It makes perfect sense.
I like it.
Because think about it, like even getting a Green Lantern, they picked the one who would be out of line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They need a big blue Boy Scout.
Yeah.
This checks out.
And somebody who could wrangle him in if he did not want to play nice, and that would be Superman.
Correct.
Right.
This checks out. This is good. This is solid. Bear in mind, they're also going to have all of the members of that one weird Justice
Creature
Society. No,
Commandos.
Not that
Commandos,
one.
yeah.
Justice Society of America.
Oh no!
No,
The Authority. The Authority.
Authority.
Yeah.
Oh
There's so
yeah,
many
the
groups.
Authority.
Yeah, so they're going to have the Authority in here too.
Factions.
So yeah, but the point is going to be very full of characters. Many characters in this movie.
So this movie gonna be like 5 hours long.
I mean,
if it's good, I'll take it.
Just saying, I get it. It's how I've always felt about James Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
He can be really, really, really amazing or really, really, really weird, and sometimes it's both.
Yeah.
But I just don't know how weird I want my Superman movie to be.
It's true.
So I don't know. I can see this going either way. I'm going to remain objectively indifferent until opening night.
And Andrew, by the way, we just talk over each other. So if you want something you want to throw in there, just start talking.
Kinda
over
gotta
somebody. We'll shut
elbow
up.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I haven't watched a lot of the recent DC stuff, but I'm excited about
you haven't missed
this.
much.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I figured. So I'm excited about this, because I feel like it'll be like hopefully a good intro into DC stuff. So.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not a tax write-off.
Yeah.
From now on, we'll be calling Batgirling it.
Yeah.
I mean, if we keep getting these strikes, we never see it.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
You'll just have to make it yourself.
Fan films.
Yeah, Corey, you can be Batgirl.
Oh God.
I want to be the Flash.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
I can deal with that.
This would go along with teaching you how to run Tom Cruise style, and then we could transfer that over to.
Spoilies.
Oh, sorry.
Spoilies. Give me our trade secret.
Nobody would know that that's a spoilie until you just said it.
Shh. We don't have things in the works that we just talked about today. All right.
Hang on. The rookie.
Oh my God.
No, I told you I was going to look up some information, and you said, "Wow, you're doing
you
that."
were doing that all those hours ago. What?
No. We're good now.
Well, now I'm curious.
It's fine. No.
I'm going to sit here until you tell me.
No, he's gonna. No. The information that I read was incorrect.
Yeah, I knew it was.
Continue with season.
Yeah, you can just. Screw all with your
Excuse me.
your clickbait.
Somebody push his Captain America off the table, please.
That's Josh's Captain
my
America.
Captain
Somebody push his Spider-Man off the table, please.
I like
Dare you.
Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh. The point is, somebody hurt something of Corey's over there.
Wow.
I mean, Spider-Man's phone's already cracked, so
You're already hurting
There's
my
that.
patience. So, I mean,
Does it actually have a crack in it?
it does.
who is
fine.
a-
That's
who
really
is a
great.
crack?
I mean, like in the sticker of
Yeah.
the phone.
Oh, the phone's that. Okay. Anyway, so let's just end this train wreck. So, I think that wraps us up for this episode of Eat Sleep Nerd. I'm gonna just end it here before it gets worse. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for our Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 reaction and review video, which Andrew will be joining us for. Little behind the scenes thing, which is actually about to record it right now. So, also, be sure to keep coming back later this week to keep watching our reaction videos for Marvel's Secret Invasion that we have been watching over on Disney+. That video will be live on Thursday. We are also doing our weekly Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 2 reaction videos every Friday for the next 5 weeks. We also have Oppenheimer and Barbie movie reviews coming out next week, but we also have our podcast continuing every Tuesday for the foreseeable forever. So that's
Forever.
That's it. Make sure you subscribe if you've gotten this far. If you have not subscribed yet, what the heck are you still doing here? Have you not subscribed? And then click the little bell and click the little like button, and then go back and watch some other videos. Click those like buttons as well,
Right.
and then go make a second account, log in.
Well,
Go
that just
watch
seems
those.
disingenuous, but
That's
do
fine.
it anyway.
I'm totally cool with that.
So what you're gonna have to do is just press the like button, press the subscribe button, leave a comment, press up, up, down, down, X, B, square,
AB, start.
and then we'll like you more.
Yeah, and unlimited bullets.
Yeah.
Was it
Andrew, thank you.
IDKFA?
What?
For
that.
Doom.
I got it.
Yeah. Remember that?
Andrew, thank you for
No.
joining us.
Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
blast.
I like how you wore a nerdy shirt just for us.
I did. I wore my
That's
NASA
awesome.
shirt.
Yeah.
There it
I'm
is.
just not noticing that. I'm sure Andrew will be back at some point.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
So far, everybody we brought onto this podcast, I've liked so far. So I guess we can keep coming. They can keep coming back.
Means we're due for a stinker.
Yeah.
Wow, this was a bad idea. I mean, not this one. Just whenever that stinker would be.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jason,
Yeah.
let's just end this. Oh my god. We have stuff coming out, but in the
We do.
meantime, Christian broke the studio.
I didn't do it. I'm all the way.
What did we drop?
It almost made the entire video.
I'm
before it
all the way
collapsed.
over here.
Oh,
All right. Well, before the rest of the studio falls apart, Jason, what are things that nerds should be doing this week?
they should always be continuing to do whatever it is that keeps them nerdy. Do those things.
Do them.
But also, eat, sleep, nerd.
Take it easy, people.